Your glutes are helping because we're lifting through the pelvic floor. And one vertebra at a time. We restack the spine. We lift up the head at the last minute. We do another inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. So we're already working on our C curve. We're articulating the spine. We're finding space in the vertebra. All really important for later. Fingertips on the mat. Inhale. Exhale again. We round up. Shoulders are down away from ears and the head floats up. This time we'll stay at the bottom. Nice inhale and exhale, chin to chest. So keep bending the knees. Let the palms of the hands come down to the mat. Inhale here. On the exhale, straighten the legs as much as you can. Hamstring stretch. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. And bend. And straighten. Inhale, bend. Let's start to roll it up. Pressing through the feet. Lifting up through the belly. Shoulders away from ears and the head floats up. And we place the hands on right here on the shoulders. And we're going to do our shoulder circles. We'll do 4 in this direction. 1 full breath per circle. And let's go the other way. Just starting to wake up the shoulder girdle. And we'll bring the arms down. Let's do a lateral stretch. I'm going to go wider for the lateral stretch. Reach one arm up. Doesn't matter which. Do this one. I'm going to actually grab my wrist. Let's do that one. And reach up and over. So try not to rotate forward. There's a tendency to want to bring that top shoulder forward. Try to keep it from rounding forward. And come back up. We'll go the other way. Reach up and over. So we're feeling that stretch through the whole side body. And back up one more time. And up last time this side. And up, arms down. We'll do our hip circles. So, oh boy, shoulders are tight. Hands on the hips. Even wider if you like. We press them forward. We open the front of the hips. And then we circle around on the exhale. We inhale forward. Exhale back. 2 more. And we'll go the other way. I feel like we're about to do Tai Chi in the park, right? I think they do this one for Tai Chi. 3 and 1 more. All those Chinese people can't be wrong. It must be a good exercise. All right, so what we're going to do now before we come down to the mat, we're going to bring our heels together, our toes slightly apart. And the whole idea here when we do this Pilates stance is that the turnout is coming from the hip. So it has nothing to do with the feet, really. So if you have a lot of turnout, the hip can go out farther than if you are a little bit tighter in the hips. So you just want to find a place where the first 2 toes are right over the knees and it's comfortable. You don't want to really kind of wrench the feet out. And it's not very far. So it's not a first position ballet. It's just heels together. And we're pressing the heels together, toes apart. Slight turnout. You may start to feel that wrapping sensation if you press the heels together and squeeze through the thighs. Abs are in. And let's do this with the hands for a little bit of balance. And now find where your weight is. See if you can get it right in the middle of your feet. So you've got weight evenly distributed on all 4 points. And then we're going to lift the heels. Find something that's not moving to look at in front of you. Lift the heels, they don't only have to lift about 1 inch or 2. Press the heels together as they lift. And press down through the balls of the feet. Shoulders are down. And then tuck the chin back a little as well. Help with the balance. And then lower down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale first. Exhale and lift. Squeeze the heels together. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Abs are in. Glutes are engaged. The glutes are holding on for dear life here. And then lower. And one more time. And then lower down. Ooh, felt it right here. All right, so I'm going to come to the front of the mat for sitting down. We stack the forearms, place one foot behind the other, reach up through the crown of the head, and we lower down without using our hands. There's always a little crash at the end, the last 3 inches. That's a little crash, it's okay. All right, from here we're going to roll all the way down. So you can place the hands behind the thighs if you need. We're going to start with some frog legs. So the hands are going to go behind the head. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, head and shoulders are going to lift. We're looking right at the wall in front of us or through our thighs. Let's bring the right leg to tabletop and the left leg to tabletop. The toes are together. And now we're going to bring the knees out for our frog legs. So we're letting the head rest in the hand. Think about those neck muscles relaxing. And the abs are engaged. We're going to inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, resist them back in. 3 more. Inhale, bring them out. Exhale, bring them in. 2 more. And last one. Bring it in. Flex the feet. Heels pressed together. Inhale, reach them out. Exhale, resist them in. Inhale out. And exhale in. 2 more. Inhale out. And last one. And I'll change it again for 4 more. So press it out with flexed feet. Point the toes. And bring it, flex and bring it in. Let's do, okay, let's see. Let's bring it out on the inhale. Point. Now flex and bring it in. Inhale. Point. Flex. Exhale. In. Last one. Out. Point. Flex. Exhale. Knees together. Head down. Give it a little rock. We will do hundreds, and then I will be warm, Liz. I wanted to open the door. Liz said, absolutely not. It's humid out there. No.
Even though it's your class.
I always ask the students. All right, so I just have my knees are still into chest, hands are on the shins. We'll leave it there. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, head and shoulders will lift. And I'm going to bring the arms to hip level. Now, you can choose tabletop legs, 45 or lower, whatever you like here, or straight to the ceiling. And let's pump the arms vigorously. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Inhale. 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 Exhale. And last one. Exhale. Knees in. Head down. Whew, yep. I'm warm. Anyone else warm?
Yes.
Good. All right, I'm gonna do an interesting one now. Can everybody do a rollover? Everyone get their hips off the mat.
No.
Larry, can you get your hips off the mat? Can you roll over? Larry, can you lift your hips off the mat? Larry's not sure. Can you do that, Larry?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right,
I
excellent.
answered for you.
Excellent. All right, so we're gonna do an exercise where we start with the knees into the chest. And let's see, I can't remember what I want the hands to do. Oh, yes, they're gonna be long on the sides. All right, so knees are into chest, arms are long on the sides. So it's gonna be a 4-count move. The first one is we inhale and we extend the legs to 45 degrees. And they can be almost to the ceiling if you want. We're gonna exhale, we're gonna press them up and only to 45 degrees. So they're not going parallel to the floor. So that's 2. Bend the knees and open them just a little bit for 3 as they come down toward the nose. And then roll it down slowly with control for 4. So when you come back down, you're back at tabletop and the knees are a little bit wide. All right, so let's try it again. Inhale, reach them out. Exhale, press them up to 45. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, roll it down with control. We reach them out for 1. Press it up and over for 2. Bend the knees for 3. Roll it down with control for 4. Let's do 2 more. Reach it out and press it up and bend the knees and roll it down. I want you to feel every vertebra here, every vertebra. Take your time. And then the sacrum. And last time, reach it out and press it up and bend the knees and very slowly round it down. Take your time. Beautiful. And then bring the knees into the chest. Give it a little rock. Nice job. Beautiful job. All right. The next one we are going to do is, start with tabletop legs. Arms are long on the sides to start. So bring the right leg to tabletop and the left leg to tabletop. Let's bring the arms to the ceiling to do the prep and the setup. We'll inhale. On the exhale, chin to chest, head and shoulders lift, and the arms come to hip level. Now bring the arms actually all the way down to the mat, and then bring the fingertips up to the ceiling. Yes, okay. So this is gonna be our start position, kind of a funny one. And we're gonna be looking straight through the thighs. On the inhale, we extend the arms on the legs, and then we open the legs and close. Exhale, bring the knees in. Exhale more, bring the elbows to bend the elbows. Inhale, extend, open, close, exhale, even more exhale. Inhale, extend, open, close, exhale, exhale. I'm going to change it. Inhale, extend, open, now cross. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in and bend the elbows. 1 more. Reach it out. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in and elbows and rest. Drop the head. That's a hard one. But it gets the transverse abdominis, the deep core, working. Put the hands behind the thighs. Let's rock it up. I want to do a couple of stretching shoulder exercises. So let's see. Let's straighten the legs, flex the feet, and sit up tall. So if you have trouble sitting up tall on the sit bones, just bend the knees a little bit. Just want to make sure we're on those sit bones and we're nice and tall, that we're not tucking that pelvis. From here, just bring the arms out in front. We're gonna inhale, reach them up to 45. A nice straight back, crown of the head is lifted, and bring them back down. We're gonna go a little higher, inhale, reach them up even more to the ears. Try to keep the ribs in. Bring the arms, exhale down. Let's circle them this time. Inhale up. Circle with the exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale back. Maybe this time we add a little back extension. Inhale, reach, lift out of the waist. Exhale back. One more. Keeping the ribs in. And circle back. Let's cross the legs. We're going to sit up nice and tall again on the sit bones. Reach up through the crown of the head. Place the hands behind the head. We're just going to reach the arms up. Keep those ribs in. Reach them up to the ceiling. And then we're going to shave the back of the head. And inhale. And exhale down. And two more. Reach. And down. Keep those abs in. This is more work than it looks. Inhale up. And exhale down. And bring the arms down. We're going to switch the crossed legs. And then bring the arms out in front like we're hugging the great big tree. Inhale to start. And on the exhale, bring the shoulder blades together. Pull them together. And the arms open up. Inhale. Bring them in. Exhale. Reach it up. Inhale. Bring them in. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. And bring the arms down. And roll the shoulders back. Now our shoulders are all warmed up. And we are going to transition over onto an all fours position to a plank. Start in the all fours. Spread the fingertips wide. Wrists are under shoulders. Wrist creases are parallel to the front of the mat. Just look down. Make sure that's the case. And then step the right foot back. Left foot back. Be mindful that your elbows are not locked out. Abs are in. Quads and glutes are engaged, which will help take some of the stress off the shoulders. We're going to lift the right leg off the mat, and we're going to rock forward. So shoulders come forward toward the fingertips, and we get a nice stretch in the toes, and then we rock all the way back. Achilles stretch, and rock forward, and back, and forward, and back. Back to center. Place that foot down. We'll lift the other leg. We rock forward and back and forward and back and forward and back. Come back to center. Place the foot, knees down, and let's come all the way down to the mat. Reach the arms out for our pulling straps. So we're going to pretend that we're pulling straps. So let's do it with our palms facing each other in, and a slight fist as if we're pulling up a strap here. We're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders a little bit off the mat, so tip of the nose is not on the mat. And the legs can be wider, and hips are shoulder width. So from here, lift the arms up. Now bend the elbows and pull the straps right along the side of the body, all the way back. Straighten the arms, open the chest, lift a little higher. Now bend the elbows, go back where we started. Slide them forward, reach them out, lower down. Let's try that again. So I'm going to start this time with the tip of the nose on the mat, and I'll lift everything up at the same time. Inhale, everything lifts. Pull those straps all the way through, reaching back. Now we bend the elbows. They come back to the front and lower down. We'll do just one more like that. Inhale, lift. Pull them back. Reaching. Shoulder blades together. Neck is long. Bend the elbows. Bring it back. And lower. Take a breath. I'm going to add one little thing to the exercise. We'll only do two. When we come to the back, part, we're going to bend the knees, don't do it yet, and lift the knees up. So we'll end up looking like this, and then we'll bring it all back down. Sound good? It actually feels a little bit better than the one we just did, because our knees are off the mat, and it's easier to balance. All right, here we go. I will cue you. So we start with the tip of the nose on the mat. Pubic bone is pressing down. Abs are in. So belly button is trying to come off the mat. Inhale, lift everything out. Lift the arms and shoulders up. Pull those straps all the way back. Now, bend the knees. Lift them up. Hold. And then bend the elbows. Bring the knees down. Straighten everything out. And lower. We'll do one more. Inhale, lift. And bring them through. And then bend. Knees come up. And we bring them back down. Reach them out. Whew. And lower. Let's place hands under the shoulders and press back to a child's pose. Okay, when you're ready, come on back to all fours. And I want to do I don't even know what you call it. It's a variation on a down dog. I'm going to show you one so you can stay here for a second. A little bit different though. We tuck the toes. I'm going to lift the hips up. Now the heels are nice and high, right? And oftentimes what we do on a down dog is when the heels come down, I tip the tailbone up. We're not tipping the tailbone today. So I'm keeping the tail rounded with my heels up. I can bring my heels down, but I'm going to keep it rounded. Now I'm going to lift up again, and then I'm going. Oops, I need to have my hands wide here. I'm going to tuck the tail and round the spine, one vertebra at a time, like a snake, and come all the way through until I'm in a plank position. I have to make sure my wrists are right under shoulders. Then we're going to go the other way, chin to chest, around the upper back, the middle back, the lower back, the hips lift up, but I keep the tailbone round. I don't bring it to the ceiling. Then heels come down. So join me when you're ready. Heels come down. Heels come up. Tailbone is tucked. We round the spine, middle, upper, neck, and head. And we go back chin to chest, upper back, middle back, lower back. Heels come down. I'm going to change it just a little here if you want to come with me. Heels come up. Again, round the tailbone, tuck the tail, around the low back, middle back, and upper back. Now right here, make sure those wrists are right under shoulders. Now if you want to just dip your hips. There you go, Liz. Yeah, dip your hips. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears, and you'll get a nice stretch in the front of the hips. And then bring it back to the plank, abs draw in and up, and chin to chest, we'll roll it one more time. Bring the heels down. This is a beautiful spinal articulation. Heels up last time. Now through the low back, middle back, the upper back, into the plank first, and then drop the hips. Dip them down. Don't lock out the elbows. And one more time, chin to chest. Upper back, middle back, lower back, heels down, and then bring the knees down, and child's pose. And roll the wrist as well, roll the wrist around. All right. Let's do a quick swan before I move on to the next thing, because you know how I love that swan for opening the front of the hips. So when you're ready, just come all the way down onto your bellies, hands. It can be wider than the mat and a little forward. And this is just a nice press up to open the front of the hips. Abs are drawn in, pubic bone pressing down, and we're going to press the hands into the mat. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears, which is why I like the hands in front of the ears when you come up. Just reach up through the crown of the head and feel that nice stretch through the front of the hips, not in the back. And then bring it back down. And we'll go up one more time. This time we'll do our neck roll. And from here, look over the right shoulder, and the right foot. Chin comes to chest, all the way down, in and around to the left. And look straight ahead. We'll go the other way, over the left, chin to chest, all the way to the right. Straight ahead, inhale at the top, exhale, bring it all the way down. And then hands under the shoulders, press it up to all fours. And we'll do a bird dog. Wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. We're going to slide the right hand out, the left leg back. The hips are square. We're going to lift the arm and the leg, but not very high. It's really about the length. We lift and then we lengthen. We tap and lengthen and tap and lengthen and tap and lengthen. Let's hold the next one up. Hold for the balance. And then bring the arm and the leg about 6 inches out to the diagonal. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in with control. Lower it down, slide it in. Other side. Left arm, right leg. Lift it up, reach. And tap. And lengthen. Hips are square. And lengthen. And tap. And lengthen. Hold the next one up. Hold it here. And diagonal. For 3. And 2. Reach the fingertips. Reach the toes. Back to center. Tap down. And slide it in. Just wag your tailbone. The next one we're going to do, I'm calling a cat stretch, which is the rounding, to a rainbow. So here's what it's going to look like. We're going to slide the right leg back and bring it up. It doesn't come up very high. So just off the mat. We're going to bring the knee toward the nose or into the chest and round the back. There's the cat stretch. We're going to reach the leg out and then tap it to the side. That's a little rainbow. And then bring it back. So there's a little rotation in the waist. So knee bends in and stretch and rainbow and back. And in, reach it out and tap and back and in and reach, and tap. Beautiful job. And in, reach, and tap. And back. Bring it down. Slide it in. Let's do the other side. Slide the left leg out. Lift it up. And here we go. We go in, and reach, and rainbow, and back, and 2, and reach, and tap, and back, bring it, and up, and tap, and back, last one, and reach, and tap, and back, tap it down, bring it in, let's tuck the toes, sit back on the heels, both wrists, one more. It's our one-legged push-ups that we love so much. Okay. So we'll place the hands back on the mat, tops of the feet on the mat. The right leg slides back, and again lifts off the mat. Starts the same as the other one. So make sure wrists are under your shoulders and maybe bring them in close so that, because we're going to bend the elbows, we want them to slide right along the ribs. All right, so we're going to bring the knee into the chest. We've got that cat stretch around the spine. We're going to bring the leg back out, and now we're going to bend the elbows and pitch the chest forward of the fingertips and press it up. We bend the knee and reach and forward. Only 2 more. And in. And reach. And elbows. And up. Last one. In. And reach. And elbows. And up. Tap the toe down. Slide it in. Only 4 on the other side. Other tricep. Left leg back and lift. Here we go. And the knee comes in. And reach. And bend. And up. That's 1. And reach. We gotta push up. That's 2. Make sure you're reaching that chest forward. Pitch it forward. You want it in your triceps and not in your shoulders. I'm hanging my nose for in front of my mat. And 2 arms down. Slide it in. Tuck the toes. Sit back. Yeah, if you come just straight down, you'll get some strain in the shoulders. You don't want that. You really want to pitch way more forward than you think you should. So chest is really going for being on the front of the mat. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. All right, let's see. Well, let's transition back onto our backs and do some roll ups to the neck pull. Good times. So the neck pull, as you know, is the next level of the roll up. So we're going to work on both of those today. So we're going to start with the arms long on the side, and I'm going to have I want everyone to have a slight bend in the knees. So either you can completely bend your knees. The feet don't have to be flat on the mat though. What's most important is that your heels are digging into the mat, because that's going to be your support. So however much bend you want your knees is fine. Arms come to the ceiling. We inhale, we open the chest, reach the arms back. Exhale. Arms come back up to the ceiling, the chin to the chest. We press into those heels and we roll up. So we are rounding our upper back. Don't come up too fast, right? I'm rounding the upper back and I'm nice and low. At no point am I coming up. I'm not coming up, okay? I'm coming forward, and the crown of my head is reaching toward my knees. And I continue to roll forward. My fingertips touch the mat, and my shoulders are over my sit bones. Now we can sit up tall, stack the spine. Inhale, and we're going back down. We tuck the tail, and we start to round down. Press the ribs back. So the upper ribs are pressing back. That's your C curve in your thoracic spine. And 1 vertebra at a time. Don't rush it. Feel every vertebra. The sacrum's on the mat, then the low back, then the mid back, then the upper, and then the shoulders, and then the neck and the head. The arms are to the ceiling. We inhale, the arms go back. So this is all super important for spinal articulation. Exhale, arms to ceiling, chin to chest. Again, one at a time. Press into those heels. Press belly button into spine and round forward, not up. Keep rounding. Beautiful, beautiful. Larry, bring your chin to your chest. I want to see the upper thoracic. Beautiful. And now press back through the ribs. Through the ribs. I want to see those. And Pam also. I want to see the back of the ribs create that C curve in the thoracic spine. Yes, beautiful. That is it. That is where we're going. All right, we're going to lower back down again. We're going to stack. We're going to lower down. And I'm going to take it into the neck pull. It starts just, roll up starts like the roll up. Inhale, the arms go back. Exhale, arms to ceiling. Chin to chest. Same thing. Now, when you get about halfway up, once you get past that sticking point, place the hands behind the head and continue to roll up. Crown of the head toward the knees. Reaching the crown of the head down toward the knees. Restacking the spine, one vertebra at a time. Sit up tall. Okay, sitting up tall on the sit bones. Now I just widened my feet even wider than my shoulders, just for some good stability here. Sit up tall. We're going to lean back with a straight back. Lean back with a straight back. Now we tuck the tail and we start to press the ribs back. And we start to round down. One vertebra at a time. Now if this is too much, the arms can come out in front until we are all the way back down. Inhale here at the bottom. Let's try that again. Let's bring the arms to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Rounding up. Past the sticking point, hands go behind the head. Keep rounding forward. It's a very low ceiling, so we have to stay under it. Crown of the head toward the knees. This time we'll stack the spine, sit up tall. Inhale, abs are in. All right, now if we can keep the hands behind the head, we'll keep the hands behind the head. If we can't, they can come out in front. Here we go, inhale to start. Exhale, lean back with a straight back first. Press those ribs back. And now tuck the tail. And we start to round down. Slow and with control. Oh, this is such a hard exercise. Inhale as the head comes down to the mat. Exhale, chin to chest. Press belly button into spine. Keep pressing into the heels. Do not pull on the head. Use the spinal articulation. And the breath. Crown of the head, aiming for the knees. Come forward. And then stack the spine. And sit up tall and take a breath. Right? Nice spinal articulation there, guys. Many people cannot do that.
I can't do roll-ups.
Well, you're working on it.
I've been working on it for years.
Yeah, because it's all about a tight spine, right? Let me just see you do one.
Here's what happens to me.
Let me see.
So I go down.
Bring the hands out in front.
Okay.
Yeah, don't even bother with it. Yeah, so
Here I am. This is where I lose it right here. Watch.
okay, yeah. So the knees stay bent. Keep digging in. Keep digging in. And maybe even hands here. I'm thinking for your hands here. Yeah. Yeah. Keep going. No, and stay as rounded as rounded. Keep thinking crown of the head to the knees. Even as your back ribs are lowering you down so that you don't get that fly up. Yes. Keep chin to chest. Yes.
That was better.
That was better. So you have to fight that it's a push-pull.
Yep.
Right? So as this is going back, your arms are reaching forward. And you don't, as soon as you do that, see, that's what happens. And that's why I'm going to show you another exercise. Everybody come up. We're gonna do one, and you'll see how this plays into the spine being straight makes the feet fly up. It's only when you can articulate it that won't happen. So let's see, from here, let's bring the hands behind the head. Yeah. Actually, let's bend a little like we had before. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rotate. So rotate the waist to one side. And now we're gonna lean back with a straight back. Look at that back elbow and lean back. Now you can only go so far, right? Because if you keep going, what's gonna happen? You're gonna fly up, right? We're all gonna fly up because we're leaning back with a straight back. We come back up. So what also happens here, so let's just rotate to the other side. Look at the back elbow, lean back with a straight back. What is also happening to me is I'm definitely getting my obliques are kicking in, but my hip flexors wanna kick in as well. Because my feet wanna fly up because my back is straight. But as soon as we round, we can counteract those feet flying up. You just see you round all the way down. And again, Pam, if hands behind or even in front, because just for the leverage, don't worry about that. The hands behind the head is of little consequence. Yeah, keep going, keep going. There you go, you have it. You did it, that's it. So
Going up is harder.
going up is hard. It's harder.
I'm so strong with it, just couldn't.
Yeah, because it's not a strength thing.
It's not.
It's not. It's definitely not. Because again, if I try to come up, right, if I try to come up with a straight back, this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It just is, and that is, I'm gonna do a whole workshop just on the C curve. Because so many people with such strong abs have that same problem where they just kind of go, they're doing their sit-ups like this. It's like, well, let's get a nice, let's get, see, it's just a technique.
Yeah.
And it's really gonna help your spine. This is where spinal health is, this is why we do Pilates. For this C curve, this is why we do it. Okay, what else do we wanna do? Here's kind of a fun one that's kind of it's a variation on the same theme that we're working on here. So let's see, straight, this is the one I was having Amber do. Straighten the left leg, flex the foot, bend the other leg. Sit up tall, so spine is straight and reaching up through the crown of the head. Hands go behind the thighs, just lift and lower for 3 and 2. It's just a nice hamstring stretch. 1, we'll hold the next one up, and then we're gonna grab the ankle. Now if you happen to have a bend, that's fine. Now we're gonna walk down the tree. So this is called climb a tree, but we have to climb down first. So 1 vertebra at a time. We round down, but we have our leg to hold on to and help us so we don't crash. And then plant that tree, really root that hip into the mat, let the head come down. Now we're gonna roll up again, inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, start to round up. And we're gonna walk up the tree, climb the tree. Hands are on the ankle. And the crown of the head is coming toward the knee. And maybe you can pull the knee in for a stretch. And then we walk back down again. One vertebra at a time. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, we round it up. And then we're going to change it. Walk up the tree, maybe flex the foot and pull the knee in. Now I'm going to straighten my upper back. I'm going to reach through the crown of the head. And this is what Amber was doing in the thumbnail. I'm going to take the left hand, place it on the outside of the ankle. Reach through the crown of the head, lift out of the waist here, and then rotate through the waist. Yes, nice. Beautiful. Reaching up through the waist, and then bring it back in. Maybe come on back to center. Maybe one more little pull for the hamstring, and then bend. And bring it down. Actually, try
The
the
back
other
is
side.
more important than a straight leg, right?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Because the straight leg, it's all dependent on the hamstrings. If the hamstrings are tight, then what's gonna do is it's gonna throw your back off. Yeah, so I would rather have a bent knee. Yep, let's try the other one. Hands under the thigh. We straighten and point and straighten. Straighten. And let's hold the next one up. Ankle. And we start to round from the low back. One vertebra at a time. Climbing down the tree. Pressing through the supporting heel. Pulling up the tree. Head comes down. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Climb up. We pull the knee into the crown of the head. Let's come down one more time. Pressing into that heel. Comes down. Last time up. Inhale first. Exhale, chin to chest. Climb the tree. Forward. This time, we're going to stand up tall. And that might mean the leg is lower too. So it can be down here, it can be bent. The ankle's going to go on the outside. But the ankle, rotate and reach up through the crown of the head, out of the waist. And then bring it back. One more little pull in. And then let's just walk the hands down and bend the knee and take a rest. Nice, right? Lots of articulation there. All right, let's do some bridges before we run out of time. Some glutes in. So come on down. Heels come in a little closer to the sit bones. They are in line with the sit bones. Arms are long on the sides. And the shoulders are pressing down. So we open the chest and the collarbone here. Tuck the chin just a little. This is where that sponge, Larry, comes in handy under your head. Look up at the ceiling. Inhale to start. On the exhale, tuck the tail. Lift the hips. And press the kneecaps forward. Heels feel like they're coming toward the hips. We're just going to lower and lift here. Keep pressing the hands and arms into the mat. We lower and squeeze. And lower and squeeze. And lower and squeeze. Lower. 4 more. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hold it here for a pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Let's lift the heels off the mat. Maybe bring the balls of the feet in a little closer. And we'll lower the hips. Squeeze them up. And 7. Keep pressing into the hands. And 6. 5. Squeeze the glutes. 4. 3. 2. And hold it up on 1. And pulse for 8. 7. 6. 5. Squeeze 4. 3. 2. And 1. Hold it here. Bring the heels down. Lift the toes off the mat. Last set. Lower the hips. Squeeze it up. And 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Hold it up for the pulse. And 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Hold it here. Bring the toes down. Inhale. Exhale. Round it back down. Lower it down. Just have one more exercise. Inhale at the bottom. Ready to come back up. Exhale. Tuck the tail. We lift back up. For this one, lift the right leg to the ceiling. Flex the foot. We're going to bend the knee and lower the hips. Press the leg out to the wall in front of you. Low. Bring it back in. Lower the hips. Press it to the ceiling. That's the move. We come in. Press it out. We come in. We press it to the ceiling. And in. Press it out. In to ceiling. In.
press it out. Into the ceiling, last one, press it out. And into the ceiling, bring it down. Other side, only 4. Flex the foot. We bring it down, press it out, and in, and ceiling in, down. This is 2. And in, press it up, down, 4, 3. And up. Well, this is 4. And last one, press it up, bend the knee. Press the hips up, inhale. Exhale, lower down, bring knees into chest and rock side to side. Phew. Do you feel your glutes?
Mm-hmm.
I felt my glutes. I'm feeling the need to do some jackknives. What do you think? Should we do the jackknives? Remember those? Let's do the jackknives. All right. So we haven't done any obliques really, not too many anyway. So let's come on to the side. And bring the bottom arm out in front and the legs come out. And so the hips are a little bit hiked here. The arm comes overhead. So with this, as you might remember, I don't know, Larry, do you remember these? If you remember them, you can either do straight legs or you can do a bent knee. And so it looks like this with the bend, again, and lower or straighten. And you can press it to use this hand to help you for 2. And up. We'll do 8 for 3. And up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. 7. Let's do 10. 8. We're doing so well. 9. 1 more. 10. And rest. Just come onto your back. Rest. We're going to do 1 more set. So we feel like we got our obliques in. All right, so 1 more set, same side, same side.
My shoulder won't let me.
Okay. So we'll do 10. Here we go. 4, 10, and 1, and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good work, Larry. 2, 1. Nice. You guys, you look great. Liz, very good. Pam, excellent. All right, we do have to do the other side so that we are not lopsided. So we will flip around before we can even think about it. We will get them done. So the bottom arm comes out in front. Make sure to use pressing into the hand to help. Arm overhead. And here we go. 10 and reach and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yay, we did it. We just have 1 more set. Take a breath. All right, let's do 1 more set. And then we will be done all of the work. Here we go. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Roll onto your back. Reach everything up over. Stretch the fingertips, stretch the toes. Take a breath. Let's bend the knees into the chest. All right, side to side. Let's bring both knees all the way over to one side. Keep the opposite shoulder as much as you can on the mat. And look over that opposite shoulder. Back up to the ceiling, all the way to the other side. Center. Place the hands behind the thighs. We'll rock it up to sitting, and we'll do our 3 breaths sitting, legs crossed, or whatever is comfortable. Comfortable sitting position, as they say. All right, let's just do a breath, and then we'll bring the arms up overhead. So let's inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And the next one, inhale through the nose, bring the arms up overhead, palms together. And exhale everything out. Let's do another like that. Inhale up. And exhale, arms down. And on this last one, we'll bring the hands to heart center. Inhale up. Arms together. And exhale, hands to heart center. We are done, my friends. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, Pam.
Thanks.
Breakthrough on the.
Yeah, no, it was definitely helpful. It's been a constant struggle for me.
Yeah,
Just gonna see if I can. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Still not quite
Yeah,
100%.
don't push it.
Do you have like 1 second? Because I wanted to ask you
Yes.
about turn this off.
There we go. Beautiful.
So I haven't done